So today we are going to talk about being double arrowed. But before that, let me ask you a question. What is it that everybody wants? Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody in some form or other is wanting to be loved, accepted, acknowledged. One of the most brutal punishments is the rejection, feeling rejection. And I remember when I worked in the prison, the severest punishment was isolation, solitary confinement. If you are alone, totally alone, with nothing to do, what happens? In the beginning, your mind goes berserk, and you look for something to engage the mind. It seems to be one of the most difficult things to be alone with yourself. Why is this? Why is it so difficult to be totally alone with yourself? The reason is that from birth, your survival depends upon acceptance from the parent, being cared for by the parent, and if that doesn't happen, you don't survive. So this brings about identification with the ego and the mind. They become your whole life. But the ego is a false thing within you. And as we have talked about before, no matter how much attention that you are given, you still feel that something is missing in your life. And so you are constantly looking for attention from others to fill up this emptiness. You fall in love with somebody, and you feel that this will last forever. that nobody has ever lasted forever, because every feeling has its opposite. And when you live with your beloved, the everyday living intrudes in such a way that that initial honeymoon disappears. So what is the solution? The solution is you find that space within yourself which is a lovingness. It does not have an opposite. The love that you have known has an opposite. The space at your center does not have an opposite. And you enter a space which a lovingness happens by itself. How to enter this space? We have talked before about different methods. Today I want to talk about being double arrow. One of the most recent masters who was an advocate of being double arrowed was Master Bicycle. Not many people knew about Master Bicycle. Relatively unknown he was. And he used to ride his bicycle everywhere that he went. Now that's not unusual, lots of people ride their bicycle. But he was unusual because he rode his bicycle backwards. Wherever he went, he rode his bicycle backwards. He was an expert at it. You try riding your bicycle backwards, it's difficult. But he did. And before he passed away, he called all his disciples together and he said, "Do you have any questions?" And I said, "Yes. Why do you always ride your bicycle backwards?" And he smiled and said, "I always ride my bicycle backwards because I do not want to forget from where I have come and to where I will be going." And with that he smiled and passed away. Master Bicycle was an exponent of being double arrowed. Buddha was also an exponent of this because he said to his disciples, "Wherever you go, whatever you do, you retain awareness of the breath, the sensation of it." And this is what I will demonstrate for you now. Close your eyes and be aware of the sensation of your breath as it comes in and as it goes out. Just be aware of that sensation. as you hold to that sensation, open your eyes and look at my image, but retain awareness of the sensation of your breath. And this is being double arrow. You are aware of the inner object, which is the sensation of the breath, and you are aware of the outer object, which in this case is my image, which you can see. When you are aware of both the outer and the inner, you discover that you are not either. You are that which is aware of both. And this is the witness. This is you. You may also notice that when you are double arrowed, your eyes stop moving. It's not that you make them do that, it happens by itself. And you become totally present. Everything else disappears. So if you practice this, wherever you go and whatever you do, retain awareness of the sensation of the breath. And this inexorably will take you to your center. You will learn to be the witness without any effort, and you will enter that state of lovingness for all life forms that exist on our planet Earth. Okay, that's enough for today. Thank you for listening.